94.7 Asempa FM so ne Ekosiisen dwumade no asoguso a wotie no ma ye na munyina asene ensan so ma kwa babio emfa momra Asempa FM so Ekosiisen ena wasoguso a wotie okay enti as I told you, there is this story by, is it Oprah News? That's Oprah News, no? Is it not a spoof website? A website, Papa?
I don't even know. I don't even
know. I think there is a story they reported attributed to Abronye. Say John Dramani Mahama took home the fattest ex gratia of 14 million Ghana cedis in 2013. And another story and Eric issue this statement. Also in your statement, also make some allegations. What they?
Oh, they are kind. Yes.
No, but you make the point, say, at the point that Ghanaians are wailing over dreadful economic hardship, this is what a so-called online news portal known as Oprah News has had to put out, to resolve the economic catastrophe while destroying the reputation of revered and visionary leaders. This form of yellow journalism, but how do you say yellow journalism? Spearheaded by this online portal should be treated with the contempt it deserves, as it contains untruth and intended to mislead right-thinking Ghanaians and divert public attention from focusing on seeking accountability from the failed Akufo-Addo government. This is what Graham Greene termed as the media is a word that has come to mean bad journalism, unquote. The Oprah News online portal should know that Ghanaians are not ready for this type of, that's why, reporting, as it does not proffer any tangible solutions to deal with the current hardships in the economy. They should apologize and retract this news for lying and deceiving the general public. The rest goes on and on and on and on and on. Eric J. and assign anyway. It basically, na say Abronya can be beer. Is it the case, sir, you think Abronya and Kasa na paper online portal and report here na?
Obi Mendasi. Oh, here and say, let me use this your medium. Now, main country NDC communicators across the country. Emre way ni mwa ye kono. Mo maye nuanom MPP for nan start sebe atro ne akohwie politics bia about Ura Mahama na mo be mo form ho adi. Because they did this in 2015, 2016, and they succeeded with it. They peddled enough falsehood in the system. All was against the reputation of H.E. John Dramani Mahama. So now, yeah, the NSA, I did be a few more camp beba a year could she 70 at Trono. We have to respond to them squarely. And Kwame Bafo is fan of making allegations any factual. Okay, can't send basa. And you see, the ordinary Ghanaian, no, say, who support be a publisher, no, not kind. He or she may not know the credibility of the said portal. What am I say? Some of us say, be a banner, ya kasa, some authorities say, best site and the credentials are institution, no answer. And an open me who say, I started security, nipa bear for cranes and the mammy. So, Obianim Semi region within the chairman. So I'm using your medium to tell the general public, say, Mampenida da Mahama on your man as gracia be a 40 million Ghana cedis in 2013. A year kushisem, any atrocem. Yes, Ghana for these are the very things that ye can't go in hufi. And sana union munye to me, a diabesa or my Ghana, dear could do baby edri. Because reputation matters in politics. Certain things happen now, because a man and contract. Politically, no one should ever handle that. And Ghanaians, the type of people the much more now, man for real, could something bad about you, no? As they came into the minds of others. So, make clear and say the person who said so, no, or no one yet credible to deliver such a message, and then no crayon.
Now, apart from what the news portal reported, no?
Yeah.
What a voice clip be of Abronya saying.
Oh, yeah, YouTube me who I pay.
Voice no YouTube.
Check here.
Can't answer.
Oh, he said it. So may come on your platform say fake story. What am I say? Let me use this same medium. Was it last week? You know, Ashanti region, Bantan and Bahono. Later, na me say appear stadium about Bontia Pacho. We NDC ni, we are Ghana near Emra Yakumuno. These are the very informations about Bontin and never be perturbed. Obi na wo kra no. Look at Bakubi Cray can find me boss. I mean, so when MPP for no be a fine MPP for financiers and be crashing. And there's almost there. I didn't click it because I my is can hear the press conference, but what do you do? And the MPP for now, I'm when you do social media. When himself on Muni. You are in power and you are sponsoring us in opposition. See me too. I'm because himself, I'm phone and ubu. Yes, that is it. I saw social media. I know, but I'm phone. That is the fact. What Matthias here. And me, what frame is here? MPP for the hair. I just I've been here, Juma, and I'm more than so those comment and say, you see MPP for crying the boys and me feeling the guys near the other. Yes, I'm the buy budget. Until UPBA will be family mobile money to number. Or the buy. The organizing
the source of that information in free MPP.
You see how the person came out. And
that person is a member of the NDC.
What do you mean by because more political yeah. Then the next day, na nipa mi enu bi nso akoye audio. And also I have it here. Me be me push am. Omo pretend they say omo ye NDC serial callers. Na yama Johnny Hughes, Captain Smart, your bobo journalist bear 5 bidding say, Yama way $40,000, Yama way $50,000. Untie,
sir?
Oh, yes.
I
don't know. What do you mean about so when him say BBSC, Mantri and Tia Pibiaka home? And now, Omokaza great himself for not dreaming your dream. I dream is yes, because the one more you MPP for me, no, I can't boom in the evening commercial and fancy journalists. I can tomorrow, you bet me about Udiaka. So let me use this your medium to say, sir, audios now much they circulating in a fake. Masa. Now will be Eric KJ as a party communicator. Jumade I meet me ayabwa me party. No, why ne bet me ayabwa me party? Na ye kwete brisika dia ma Philip Osebonsu. Wo ba bia otia na Ekosiisen. Aden sabi number 9 enye juma. So those informations na ebe bia no fake. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the credibility matters in politics. What am I saying about? And I want Suma will be in the name of the party, say, Obi. And one thing I've realized is that journalists now modest answer not to almost no. I am not saying that you are not doing your work well. They are the journalists are no pebiano. Omu yusu omo time kakrebi at the boa bainechi. Because over Unia Jantwa, the idea na Ashanti region. Obana so an analysis na only one other guy, me figure in the
yeah,
he's
the
very
co-host.
No? A very solid guy. Omutimi analysis na who say they know what they are doing. Same as Johnny. Or betnas no ye ni Johnny's bite na. What the facts ne kasa. Captain Bana or Canin Sama. Or the facts ne can. So this is not the time I'm over speculation are dominating in the scene. Say, I see so be here Jumamobi. We don't need the help of the media.
You probably also have to work on your own people in
yes,
China.
I understand.
But this whole thing started from...
I understand. And I believe strongly, sir, party will take decision on those matters. Because, Master, baby, you do know. You ain't sure will be on high life. Sorry, high life, I say live band. Yenia break. Ghanaians are suffering. And the suffering, hardship. Real, Obi, who doesn't know? Who doesn't know? And take it, Philip Osebonsu. Nebeka se petro boye den aname boa. Enye obi nebeka se ne Ghana ya gbesi ama na bro so a obi anim se debt distress. You obi nebeka. Obi those are enyema factual. And then na metie we ne lawyer ni ba kan me buno pa Samson Ladi. I respect him so much. And someone Okano, you see, he was coming from a very nationalistic approach in another attack the na obusana no. But to be sending a message, one would do Safo or so. Now, or sound the partisan. This is say a lawyer. You do baby say emotions can cry then. Abem. Obi, you do baby a year champion, a common interest for our country. It doesn't matter your party affiliation. What am I saying?
But some no Drew Safo asked a normal question. Will be
question
him law.
Maybe or the fire no say politicians or no so a lawyer. Obusa no who say nipa no the political adwene neighbor. I was listening to you. Obi because Auditor General sika ehye ne ekokoso nyina no obi. Ye nyina ye sika o anameboa. It is enkofo bi tisi krom say in a common interest civil society organizations. What they share nim defo tisi krom nde. Obi aye na adwuma o. Omo nya nkofo na nanado say omo pe adwuma aye nti na omo so onye reshuffle. Samson we hia nanado appointment. Franklin Kujo we hia bi. And ono ani ne yonko akoto ampa we hia. Kofi Bentel we hia an appointment. So these are credible people in the scene. Omo say nyama bi nkoyie. Yemfa yanim onyama aye wono yede. Entire oman echi. Into certain things bana ye kan it doesn't matter your party na wo mu no. Obi at the end of the day ye kwa IMF na oye ne ya ye nyina na ekom. Obi me ba say me fa filling station no. Ya nkase Erikeje na 20 ateso na ya tum. The auto ye Ghana CD ya na ye data. Into ye thought that some issues ye ma ye concentration no ko more. Into kakra meka me initial comment. Ma
me find chem say ye ka say the office of the former president John Dramani Mahama also issued statement. It's signed by his aide Joyce Bawa Mokhtari. John Mahama denies 14 million Ghana cedis as gratia claims. The office of H.E. John Mahama has become aware of another false and scurrilous claim by a member of the MPP, Kwame Bafo, that former President Mahama, quote, took home the fattest ex gratia of 14 million Ghana cedis in 2013, unquote. We urge the public to ignore the unintelligent rant of the said Kwame Bafo, who has gained notoriety for fabricating and propagating falsehood on behalf of Nana Akufo-Addo against John Mahama. His claims are false. President Mahama never took any such ex gratia payment of 14 million Ghana cedis in 2013 or at any other time during his 25 years of distinguished public service. Fortunately, ex gratia payments are a matter of public record and are available in the office of the Chief of Staff or the Control and Accountant General's Department. We challenge the office of the Chief of Staff and the Presidency to provide proof of the payment of any such amount and stop using idle miscreant among its ranks to spread falsehood. It will be surprising if any such payment had been made to the former president and has not been reflected in any of the numerous Auditor General's reports presented to Parliament since 2013. We know that there is a stock in trade of President Akufo-Addo and his cronies to launch a campaign of calumny and false allegations against the personality of President Mahama anytime they have their backs against the wall. As usual, the latest falsehood is a failed decoy to suppress the national discussions about the hardship Ghanaians are going through because of the clueless, inept, hopeless, incompetent, and poor governance of the Akufo-Addo and Bawumia administration. There is a porous response to John Mahama's promise to urgently relook and review issues related to the emolument of Article 71 office holders, including ex gratia payment. We want to reiterate the point made by President Mahama recently that the next NDC government will run an administration with a leaner government and far less ministers than Ghana has ever seen, and ensure a cut in waste and exercise of frugality in everything government does. The NDC is also committed to the implementation of a review of the 1992 Constitution, which should, among others, place a cap on the number of Supreme Court justices and face the issues of Article 71 head-on. Signed, Joyce Bawa Mokhtari, Special Aide to H.E. John Dramani Mahama, Cantonment Accra, Monday, September 5th, 2022. But Eric, I find something interesting in this statement.
Yeah.
Kwame Bafo Abronye ena akanasem. Why is the statement indirectly hitting at the president of the republic. Nana Akufo-Addo.
Let me tell you something. We are politicians in this country. We do partisan politics, right?
FM 94.7.
We know how to secure political power. Yeah, the message and echo.
Yes.
And at times, we know what Ghanaians want to hear. And being an honest leader, no. You see, I keep saying that the difference between Nanado in 2016, ne Ura Mahama ne said, na bakuye no kwafo, bakunye no kwafo. President Mahama, nani diene so always go by the truth. And na Ghana for yasum ye de, ye pentro. So they succeeded with it. And yasia to abewi, ye call new season, meboa.
Yes.
They've started it again because last 2 weeks, na menene say one of my sister station.
Abronye. Okay.
It was Saturday program. Obi na no akofa document biaba. John Mahama ekokra na oton airport ansa habo na okoye.
Habo.
Yes.
Habo ben.
Tema habo ose na waton okita document. And you see there was some Ghanaians in the system. I don't know how to classify how they think. I don't want to say maybe insult you be. Okay, na no be appeking straightforward. Because social media no be they attacking me. What am I say?
Yes.
And these are falsehood that are more peddle in the system. Now 20 petting obi.
Yeah, but my question was you can deal with Abronye. Why draw in Nana Akufo-Addo?
MPP ni Akufo-Addo aban na beneficiary of 7 in same hunu na okeka no. Yes. He's a regional chairman. Not in a church, in a party in power. Of which the party
because the statement from the former president no said Nana Akufo-Addo na ahye ni kutupa.
Na wan na hye na chi.
Say onka sansa.
Na penny wo fie, no penny wo fie. Kwame started say ne political career or dey entro ne akuhwisem ne allegations ne ade to Ura Mahama. So enye ne. And ye jano for long. Always so can be an offer no. So as a communicator, I know na me catch your party faithfuls no mutie me every communicator anywhere. Even in a community. Na MPP for start here throw about President Mahama. Reply them squarely. Because you can't be any credibility with Kruma in politics and no cry. Alaji ba umi ane nanado na what deficit was on recover. So President Mahama in opposition now. Need the economy yaye. Obi, the economy is now dangling like a drunkard. Or mining him into me enough. As a regional chairman, if you get a podium, you speak in a manner a bit me the cohesion unity in Pona. So how can you just be seated and peddle falsehood about former president? Who gave that money to him? Obi, who gave it to him? I commend them for issuing this statement. My statement now me issue, you know. Me who is set men in our region as regional executive. Into me who they wire no, and I issue statements, deputy communications officer. And I am so glad, sir. Statement is also coming from the office of the former president. Okay, I say in Chebia. And Oko make allegation be say Ura Mahama moso munya no mbekuno. You see, he's fond of doing that. Unim say or no about 2 or 3 petitions and the IGP Akachia, office of the former president Eddie Etiano. I hope you are aware of those things. You see, the right time will come. That is what I can say now. But if you nekono, adie biaba say ya they should respond.
Mami ninkomoi emra, and it's because again there is an official statement from the office of the former president. No, the man who made allegations, a statement we say, and for more motebrofono, almost say there is another false and scurrilous claim by a member of the NPP, Kwame Bafo, that former President Mahama took home the fattest ex gratia of 14 million Ghana cedis in 2013. Kwame Bafo Abronye, it is saying, now, figure 14 million Ghana cedis, no, say ex gratia, former President, you know, ukwati free him.
Medazi bebri, mamempa kwenya we na mentia wati for. Na before antana meba former president letter me so no. Mamema atie for ententem bia Erika Jeti wa o kase. Former president the petition si beye miensa. Ewo I pending before IGP. So nima and me catch them and say, on free 20 liter misano. So it is the same 20 liter now. Or treat a letter on behalf of former president, the former IGP. No. When I responded about the unnatural death of former J.E. Mason, Omuko withdrew that petition. So, Nima, and you know, all people should not be moving around talking that the right time will come. The right time will come. Who are you?
Kwame, Nyabotre, Erika J, Wawa down for I wouldn't know.
No, the right time will come, and the right time will come. So, no, one.
Tobona, Mema, personal attack, Yemen Frim.
No, can the personal attack.
Ona say, one case we holo and I be bisa, said you're walking into Nyabotre. Why, my pacho?
Oh, yeah, why no, God, I'll tell you some platform in the country. Just I've decided not to respond to him because sometimes it doesn't make sense. Petition now or make a reference. No, so if we are for former president, Mama who say, oh yeah, do my mana. Let's say call back studio no kurano. Bisa former president Mahama say, petition now mudi tia. I brought you 4 years ago. Now it's saying
94.7.
I just send me the audio recordings in the go to the CID department. Now yeah, that me respond to you know. From the later no the clear say they are not interested in the case. So that record to me now, into Nima Metna Mama new was and what Yasana no more than them. Call the CID department and find out a letter by na 20 liter clear come after some respond to petition, or one the Sanctuary said they are not interested in the case. I don't know, Mama Yankono, but they are not interested. Coming back to the letter, no, and who was a repair? The president here, will chrome her. No, I can answer and for. I quite a former president Mahama. So, not a old you beside so for Mr. Mahama. Men are not be away 10 years ago, no. But over a year, over here, also, Bomadana to Obama. 2025, women and Nana were 25 years ago, men and Nama. That is the message Jordan Nam say. What one a man for a Bissau? Sir, and Gracia obey any day, also be review, but a name in Okase, and they effect, and they date your thing. And on the 5th
and 5th September.
I say, this is ADB account. Na account where ADB no. What was the 35,000 Ghana city that come to Amano as a former player? Now, no casino, or Jacka Jacken and Nado Dankwa, Akofado, and Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia. On Kasameboa, they should issue a statement to that effect in Kasameboa. Nientia or Jacka Jacken or Monese, Nanado Dankwa Akofado Nipa Omia, Ese Ahutraba. And to a market 30%. And to next performer president here. I don't demand Mahama.
Abronya, Mema Yen shifty goal post. No, on
me shifty in the letter. No one I may by me by letter. So,
14 million.
You know, or some can say, Sankawa Gisasi Kana, at a second I appear. Auditor General report. A who? Since they're coming to force. Of the 1992 constitution, what to say a Jessica at the former president to be under Article 71, I'm an appeal auditor general report on Namibako. In the letter, I state Korean was here, you be almost or letter. Says and Komutia Bibi Mana. In case I say, in auditor general report to be from 2013 to date in Kwom.
Yeah, but Abronya.
1992 Constitution Article 71 holders, particularly a former president, as Gracia Mana appear auditor general report to moi. Memano, just a day, 1 day or two to so Ghana for Humbi.
No, Abronya, but the truth of the matter is all such payments no emanate from the controller and accountant general. And if indeed say payment be a former president who are illegal payment, the auditor general would have flagged it.
Who said they say illegal? Member can say illegal. Me say what? Member didn't use the word illegal. And the man can say what na katian senke illegal. Meaning that what admit na mo illegal.
No, or say on ye in the statement almost say Only any such amount. Oh, say 14 million. The fattest ex gratia. Where did you get the 14 million from?
And I'm saying, or say, 14 million. Who the president did? Send or G, to state the amount.
But you don't allege and you expect
him
to come and prove the allegation.
No, we say, Tankawadia, and Kayaba Pia or Auditor General report to me. And I may catch them say, as a former president, or my Ghana Hano, one Auditor General report, yet Sika, as Graciana, former president, appear Auditor General report to maybe. Maybe see, or ever seen Nano, he's the former president here. What the as Gracia as soon within 5 months, or by some as Gracia as a second message, a family, a deserve no. Why my uncle, Messi family, or no, as a president here, as well, and it is a fact. What's 14 million? Monsieur saying, I'm producing account today.
Abronye.
Now, I'm saying account ADB. They pay the 14 million to the ADB account.
Kwame Bafo.
An account today.
Kwame Bafo.
So what do you want again?
Kwame Bafo Nyabotre. Nebua Yina. The allegation they say.
This is not an allegation.
For now, it is an allegation. Allegation.
For you.
Absolutely. Some entities are making. The allegation they say, former President Mahama and Ajay, the fattest ex gratia in our history, and that ex gratia near 14 million Ghana cedis. And Mibusa will say 14 million Ghana cedis. No. How did you do or come about that computation? 14 million
that money was paid into the ADB account.
When?
Into and I can't make it 2013. That is why I'm to call to 2013. No. And to say 2014. No. As graduate, the AS saying.
No, but bring the evidence for all of us to see.
Oh, please. Madikanaka say. And now you feel we know the same account, what deposited 35,000 Ghana cedis. Aside the 35,000, government of Ghana, as a monthly rent of 9,000 Ghana cedis to the same account. That same account, and I audit your 14 million Ghana cedis into your say, a name dear. On see a statement, yes, I am in account. Near the Casamana one deny say you come to ADB account.
Abronye said you okay, no. A easy thing for everybody to see. You don't just end there, say, oh dear waka na or say no crow numra eme prove. You don't do that.
Please,
you will not be happy.
Account who own the account?
But you are alleging, he has no alleged. Or no make country.
I'm say and the burden of proof not safe to go.
Ekwa also.
Mema di Kanaka say what benefit, and this is the case here. The person is not denying say only account for ADB near the kind.
Abronye, the burden of proof.
Former President John Dramani Mahama Kase will receive 5 years now or several as a president, or several 5 months in the two so. 24 July to January 2013, 1 year as gratia. But to
no, but say no okasa no cre because as gratia there. Say former president, you are entitled to as gratia. Oh yeah.
And like I said,
hold on.
As gratia. If the constitution says say, can resign and now who cry and famana, and to make the
Abronye, hold on. The American say. As Gracia are entitled to as an Article 71 office holder. But the Omoka in this statement, they say, onye 14 million, your allegation relates to 14 million Ghana cedis. Also, onye sikebiasa.
Please.
Do you have the proof?
Or sit you. What must I say?
Yes.
Me say what give 14 million. Illegal. Na sasikano, illegal there. It's a pure auditor general report. Man can say. Sikana ye chairman ye illegal. Sikana dia wade as a president, former president, under Article 71. And also be review. And I'm Sikana ye the two account to mu ADB no. Review. Man, you are the highest paid former president. And you review their reviews. I could tell me Ghana for say. I want to know Me former President John Dramani Mahama. The same in Yakatrabia because Ghana for now is almost chiro ma me baba Joe Mono. One more and I know what Yami cut 35,000. The same Ghana for now was almost chiro mono. Every month to be an more rent. The same Ghana for almost chiro mono and the tier rent to demand 9,000 Ghana cities. I was out to Kroma. To be fair now or G, you know. Until we say the 14 million was deposited into the ADB account.
Abronya Mepacho, the 14 million claim, no, as it stands now, you've not provided any shred of evidence beyond just saying. And
evidence. I'm not ready to do that.
But the point is,
say the money was paid into his account.
No, but that is not evidence.
One. Cannot former president who would be a woman. As I said, will be some these questions, you know. Be some let us assume. Maybe I'm a president here. And to John Dramani Mahama, former president, let us assume say 14 million there. Ghana 4% who say 14 million there. How much energy at that time? Ghana for one.
No, but the point they say, what? Why should he do that? Because who claim say what this says.
Okay. Why should he do say? The reason why as I say he's the person saying say as a so review and review not say my whole cano. I still am no kasa who could see a beneficiary. And now we are the highest paid former president in this country. I don't know make us the one fan something no correct.
Babronye.
I make us say, Sisi amino kate, uji akatiache na nado danko akufwado. Uji akatiache Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia wanka say enye no kure. Adana wanka in the letter ni mu say, me akura na 2013 no, the 5 months time be ye aduma no, manye S-Glacier. Adana wanka no letter no.
Abronye, knowing you no, uyo obi a uba studio crowd documents near the unya no wechre. If indeed you had evidence about this 14 million payment, and how do you about that?
Ora, meme dia, me wotie. Wo meme dia me catch out say. Wo ebi, obi ameno kasa na nwumire no. Unless say wo slow AGB ho. Machiro ba bia nipa no, ye tua sika ne tumu wa na account for AGB. Say you decide scan tumu until you shouldn't run away. And yes, what catch Ghana for say, or this S-Glacier, Bosumi Numno. Now, under the 1992 Constitution, no, Obibaji S-Glacier and Prenua, no, I try 8 years. No, I try 8 years. Per the law, Nani Panaka 8 years. But I said, Don Dramani Mahama in this statement, you know, I catch Ghana for say, Meji S-Glacier 2013 year, now, 14 million a year. Ni betis ya also another contest say. So what the S-Glacier 2013 there, it means that the 8-year mandate na constitution provides, you know. Why is that so? This is common sense.
Me pacho, ni statement, no, to be fair, or say President Mahama never took any such S-Glacier payment of 14 million Ghana cedis in 2013 or at any other time during his 25 years of distinguished public service. Fortunately, ex-Gracia payments are a matter of public record and are available in the Office of the Chief of Staff or the Controller and Accountant General's Department. That's their point. It will any contrary evidence.
Their point, you know, among say 2013 1 year ex-Gracia. And to our country Ghana for say or several years, or 1 year end of service benefit.
Asempa FM.
They should come and tell Ghanaians to say, why end of service benefit, 1 year, and then they put you part of end of service benefit. I'm a one of what I know. Per this letter, you are telling us, say, won't you be sir? A bra was several as a former meaning as a deputy minister, as a substantive minister, as a vice president, as a president, you know, Bessin Nano, 1 year end of service benefit. Oh, former president, John Dramani, you are lying to Ghanaians.
Abronye, my menas, maybe we would have this conversation again.
You provide because so only one evidence in here. The end of service benefit also only be that the Abutunya Katiani end of service benefit.
On say only be that who say
what you have just read in it.
Who say you 14 million also only 14 million BR and you've not been able to prove that. Abronye mame nase in the Abronye DC and yatin in Kano. Ekosiisen in higher Sempa FM. And many thanks to Abronye, the Bono regional chairman of the NPP. In 4 minutes, it will be 6 p.m. And a Joada, the 5th day of September 2022. Honorable Ekosiisen Asefua will be joining us by Untimi Mame Cancer.
Obi.
Yes, Eric. Inti Abronye, any Nadine Komono. He still insists. Also, your man penny and 14 hour J saying in the Omeka entry Ghana.
Obi made that say, say, the earlier submission was an attack my personality, but
no, I stopped him.
Yeah, but I don't know him. I was saying you hollow, and I think they were making a point. Until after so granting the interview, you know, you mean you hollow, no listeners, no judge. 94.7. Obi, you see. After you reading the statement from the office of the former president, you know, we are there pass our friend, and we interview now the and why exposing no, I'm be who say oni facts be a o chere na de no so oni ahobrase obeji atum so obesua free wo because many ni nyina na ye LLB mebo yeah obi so wo ye LLB. You see, he who alleges, transform
must prove.
No teacher ni actually wa deal with work class. Who pay your review? You actually said you can wait in jai, and you are saying say the allege against you should come and prove. Masa, you see, there you apply kakra application of sense. Na kakra na Indiana was when you apply. Niema okani na kohisem. What the statement mean is such amount 14 million now coming. Eya tro. Eya rodo hwada se mampeni dada mahama nyi sika bi etesa. Na simple waji sika bi etesa because allegation no ye no. Oye ne te said the offer kwati kwan so na je. Enu nti na omo site se waji sika bi etesa. Aden na ampie wo those numerous auditor general report na abanim because ye nim say sika amfa kwampa so yetua nyina ebem. Ebiem 4.7. Ene ye kire ne say Controller and Accountant General and the Office of the Chief of Staff. Se Ghana yebe any payments ne sa niema na ho na eden efa. Matters of esgasha payment. Enti ya tro protocol na o kan na on tiase a. Wo say de omo tire no kro tiase omo nko ADB.
Ba wa kire se banker.
But you could clearly testify say understanding of the statement ne ni wo on tiase. Now wo bisa no ko sa na on tiase. Huh? Yeah, busa 40 million. We see ADB. ADB evidence. What sort of nasty argument is that? Yes, because Obi,
don't be emotional.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Enough of the falsehood. Abranyati Kromanani Sora Mahamasa as a classmate. As a co-equal. Kasa Fumbia no catch why?
Eric J.
Obi, no.
Mind your language.
I'll mind my language.
I didn't allow him to use certain ways.
I understand what I need me power show. Obi. But my person me says, fine. Your best studio ebe criticizing another Danko Kufuado. You criticizing Alaji Baumia. But say met me a famous Duasa. I can't certain words. I can't. Because me free abusuemu I'm cultured. What you say? Menyantitie and a mission the account. So some comments you don't. A former head of state. Now make it this malicious a yet any panel. Yes, be prove one. Was he should come and prove you in what capacity? And on me prove in jail. And let me tell you this then. Omopa bemuno. Na omo leaky documents, omo communicators. Oh, ana we do ya better radio. So we na moye today. If indeed, His Excellency, na count ADB na sika bi ne etua no kra just abronya mu nyina nim sika ewum ne account number and they are creating a president in this country Obi, I keep saying that they are creating a monster for the future. So atiefo amutie me no questions are Obi busa ni bia no sebe wanya nyansasem bia sebe no sebe Obi because you ask him about the evidence says so be 14 million Ghana cedis. Was he able to prove? He was talking of bank account. Is that an evidence? I know my account number na check here. We should lift the bar. Obi, ye shall say ye manual sem. Ye say na ne kasa o. Time na me wo me krom no na me de akomashu bi ne kasa but wo ko anim no. E wo so unsanim default you. So you lift the debate. What am I saying, pa? And these are the very things. This DNT Awokase story ni nyina no. Ye attribute to Uri and Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo no. Were you not in this country in the heat of 2016 election? Nana Beka Chere say Ura Mahama Kaswa interchange or inflate cost. Sana Wagana, check the story, you get it. He also lied. Then candidate for the opposition party. He lied. Wabetina Kwemiasu says good years. Adia Ben wetimi ayadia fa ho. Eteki one of the MPs and the Minua John Kuma Kutu no friend is saying Aduomi na beka no kra say de Owura Akufo-Addo kan ye ntro. Enti mwatete nkwada omudi atro na omoye mpanimfo na omudi mwachi so you can pay any force with them go anyhow. So we are telling them na nsema kwa make campaign beka sasa. Dabe me pacho. And you think undermining President Mahama? No. Eric AJ, I've given you time to talk. When I think your language is appropriate, I will come in. Sorry, yes, me sorry. But me the say, Eko is a friend. I respect him as a friend. Obi, you a friend. I respect you as a friend. But say nipa no kwa trane shimwa. Etoda penny o wofi ne was can be betray nipa. And penny o MPP mu no wan. Nya Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. When was the last time Kwame Bafo split those Koshi language na yatiano in the party da? What be that? Shansemo Timika for Ramahama. As an cosmate, what sort of human being is this?
Eric, my menase, my science about Hobio, Honorable Echo Vincent Asifwa MP, Old Tafo constituency in the Ashanti region. Honorable letter saying
Obi, Elder Obi. Me feel brutal.
Ozo me judi too much.
Obi, me be fi hache.
Too much.
Be fi hache papa.
But so on here.
Oh, nyame e de nso ache ene ye chen nra. And I think say o tafofo nso me jomo na match ya Ghana fo nyina. Me ba mo say Eric hit too much. You could see say na no ne shake. You could see the fury and the anger. Woman Eric mu. I know so on Minua Abronye. There's a certain road, but I mean
a long time. Old time.
Anytime on Abronye binya you be me hu the fury and the passion of the casa. But Triblo onya boche. We are here to educate the people of Ghana. We are here to also join national discourse in making sure that we will shape the country Ghana. And so, as much as possible, now you're trying the emotions, I know that Bronya asked me, and yet one of the topics that I was given. But of course, when I was coming, Miti Abronye, and I will make a comment, one or two comments here and there. Dedi kayano Obi enye no kre say at all times he who alleges will have to prove. Yes, a popular law maxim. Yes. Which I know say he who alleges must prove, but there are exceptions.
Sure.
Which I know say Eric Onim.
Reverse burden of proof.
Soldier say.
Yes.
The truth is that there are instances you may have to cause a certain evidence. Say a trial. The court will have to even subpoena somebody to come to court. Say the panel, as no Babeka court will be relevant for the determination of the matter.
Yes.
At that point in time, it may not necessarily be he who alleges should prove. Abronas Mo can say, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, Aji, ex gratia. Now he is also saying, say, these monies has been paid into His Excellency's account at ADB. In the circumstances, I think say evidence enough, because say a trial, the court may call for an expert advice or witness. In the bit ADB abba court and also beba whether it is an inquiry whatsoever, to come and show the accounts. Oh, Nyaboche, Mamika Senue, Nyaboche, Mamika Senue. Oh, Nyaboche.
You have the opportunity, right, to rebut.
To come,
so far, presumptions.
Yes,
rebut, yeah.
To come and show. Say, Papa, your county 14 million demo and answer and them. Because Abronye, I don't think, can go to ADB say me John Dramani Mahama account. Maybe we can do so through RTI. Maybe. But the point I'm trying to make is say, Utie, the response from the office of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he only refuted say 40 million has not been paid to him.
Sure.
But did not refute the fact say he had not taken any money with respect to ex gratia.
But he cannot say that.
But the point I'm trying to make is, and no one hear me. Say indeed, if your comment is say, Oba review ex gratia, they all can know. Then all the end of benefits in ex gratia was Jane Nano. For you to come to the table with clean hands, or show that leadership, and then now the old stop taking them. Absolutely, stop taking them. Currently, you are taking them. Ojo end of benefit. End of service benefit. Land Cruiser said, everything that you deserve, you are taking them. Yet, you are saying, you are coming to review it. The NDC does not have that credibility. Anya Shekrano, I remember at the time, 2008, when they were campaigning, your vice running mate to His Excellency J.A. Mills. When they say, NHI is on one-time premium. Because he wants power. So, Obi, the point I'm trying to make is say, it is not really about the 14 million. Whether or not the 14 million was paid into the account of ADB or not, that is not what is important of interest to me. What is of interest to me is say, indeed, has His Excellency John Dramani Mahama been taken ex gratia or not?
But that is trite.
Of course, that is trite. Of course, Oji.
But the allegation was specific. See, you 14 million in 2013.
It may even be more than that or lesser than that, right? From 2013. If she had say, simple calculation as to how much even an MP will take as ex gratia. Say MPJ 600,000 cedis as ex gratia. For time obey member of parliament. You better check it from 1996 or 2000 obey a member of parliament. Near check it at the time or stop here to become vice president. Or we are president. Sir, we not bet me calculate. We are now in the end of service benefit in Naka. You may be getting closer to that figure.
Yeah, but Mibusa Abronya said, how did he compute that 14 million? He didn't say what you're saying. One kasa ye the free 1990. So I say 2013 the 3 bog boom. Edigu in the ADB account.
That is what I'm saying, say. Me knew Abronya, I'm not making that allegation.
Yes.
One way or the other. Yes, it is true that he who alleges must prove. So bad in one or so. There are instances, so I'm also saying that the burden may shift. There are also instances whereby the fourth estate of the realm, which is the media, can trigger the RTI bill and seek for some of these information. Yes. Because we are building the nation.
Yes.
It shouldn't be a tenor kind of argument whereby, hey, Abronya, because you have alleged, make sure that you bring us the evidence. No. That is not enough. What I think, they say, yes, a political communicationer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, atu abonten. I Ghana for me bar ex gratia may be trim. As if the ex gratia is made for the MPP government alone. As if ex gratia is made for past MPP MPs and past MPP presidents. No. Until if you want to come to the table with clean hands, tell the people of Ghana now that they imagine now. So one fan bumper Kasima Jaje. then we will take you serious. So I mean, Obi, that is where I wanted to take the discussion from. Okay. Say not necessarily say Chinchina 14 million, a certain 14 million has been paid. Me, I wouldn't know. Abronya, it is also going to be very difficult for you to go into somebody's account. Name account. Is it going to be very difficult for you to come into my account and show me how much I have in my account? Unless, of course, a court of competent jurisdiction has subpoena, what do you call it, ADB, that come and show.
But even before it gets to ADB,
yes,
the money leaves somewhere, and there should be paper trails from maybe a kind of source of Sikano. In Osha John Mahamamu's statement now, they cite say the office of the chief of staff and at the Controller and Accountant General's department were all the records of ex gratia payment. And that is the source of the money.
Yes,
we don't probably have to go to ADB.
I don't have a problem with that. Once medical catcher say. In the tenor kind of way, you may think say Abronya Nkwane wa asudi bi say chinchin also dey ba. Yes, so asudi in a way because we're not making that allegation. Why are we not talking about the media too? Is the media also not interested in these allegations? That 14 million Ghana cedis, which is taxpayers' money, has been alleged by somebody saying indeed these monies have gone into somebody's account, and the media is not interested.
But why are we having this conversation?
But that's what I'm saying, that there's an idea that the media can also trigger to have that information. I'm also trying to tell you, say, Obi, it is not just about, say, Chinchinia, Abronya making an allegation. And if this matter will come to a proper, conclusive determination, Abronya family and one. No. I'm also saying, say, the way make an allegation because still, and your integrity is involved. And when your integrity is questioned, sometimes you can or you may attempt to bring an evidence to make sure somebody may the asanwuti. Sometimes it's also possible. The media can also trigger the RTI. And you have that discussion in that holistic manner. You say, oh, no taxpayers' money to be accountable, whether deservedly or undeservedly. We may not know as we speak. But the truth of the matter is that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama lacks that integrity to promise the people of Ghana, say, Oba will review what we call ex gratia. Indeed, Article 71 holder clause, office holders, it has listed all these things there, even though you can or you may be able to review it. But who told you, say, you are going to have majority, even if you win? Who told you are going to have majority in parliament to be able to push such a thing through? So it does not lie within his ambit entirely. It doesn't. It needs a consensus, concerted effort of two arms of government, the executive and the legislature. And so it cannot be a political promise necessarily, because when you have the political promise now about parliament, now parliament and what happens to it? What happens to it? And so let's situate the argument into proper perspective. Near say yes, as Gashe the part I said the part. What is the history behind it? How did it come into being? In the framework of the constitution, why did they put all these things into the architecture of Article 71 holders? And something that wabaya amanyosem as assemblyman watia jihun watihun faswa ene ana John Dramani Mahama babeka himself. It is just a strategy to hoodwink the people of Ghana, which will not work. And I think say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama should rather come to the table with clean hands. The wajina and onjaje. And as on famra or we are yakudin was in Sanjibio.
Mate. In the Honorable Ekosiisen Asifwa ena Moten in Canon.
Yes. Mantem Eko Akwaba.
Honorable Eko.
Honorable Eko. Oba so no tumefo. No mama go twaso. Na otumefo se me mama koma mra for Matias. Obi. Or mislead the public,
Aden.
You can't just come out. Na wabe make allegation. Ube make allegation no. Ye fro se be you ano a. Wo se me ma make that allegation ne keke no. The onus is rather on the accused. Me ba oh now so now just I was quiet.
Also there are instances.
Oh there me ba.
The burden will shift.
Very good. There were instances no I know ono so nim. Obi wabe counsem. And obi who do to straight proof me boy. Was in some now kind prove it. There's a communique. Your justification that there's some now can in an
FM 94.7.
into 1 hour counsel. wona e wo se wo kire se de maka no e ye nokre because of friend no or shift from as gracia of 40 million to salary e de ma no end of service benefits ya oje na no worker obi uka kire me se Philip Osebonsu wo yetua ne sika to ADB ADB ya bank oko ADB den ne dance na e kire se ebia Philip Osebonsu ho ne yetua ne sika fa mewa ye wo nipa na account name ye wo ni din ye wo date ODB account ne transactions a oye fa mu nyina sanya mai bia untimi kan account number nipa just say any kohwe ni mobile money account say yen send this scan to ma. What sort of childish argument is this? Not echo meba I'm not meba oh there meba echo
meba so maninwi why but we are now say all starting $20 million account.
Can I come and provide your personal details in your account?
No.
And that's your personal amount of money in the account.
Then based on what did you make the allegation in the first place?
Well,
you don't have access to my account.
That is what I'm saying, that there are some instances whereby the burden of proof will shift.
Section 15 of the Evidence Act. No.
The limited instances burden of proof is shifting. And yet these instances. I don't think it's these instances. But Eric, to us, mommy.
Yeah, well, ebia, asemo American, many ni na your colleague, intinam say or misinform me, I am yakakran. Obi, let me start my argument again. Who to me can't Jerry KJ say, Sikana ya Demeri KJ near the funny mobile money. Meanwhile, we need me mobile money number. Me sim card be a 3. What am I say? But what about one thing? What be allegation? Every KJ number the 0244 di kan 5 feet chat no. E ho na ye send this as kan ye den. E de kwato ye. Ye send in this particular date. At this time no or receive sika no. Nipa no receive sika ni din ye Eric KJ. What provided enough? What am I say? Na the oka say express you see in the issue of narcotic expressed by law say bia ya kwachi narcotic nyema bi obi hone ade no no he who alleges must prove ni ade no yenim say mamu because narcotic ya ade bi emra no makwan say wotem say express provision any we implied ones wo so eko asem ya unu kan kenu section 15 of the Evidence Act say wo betiro yes sir ebia na rama so poku argument you be disappointed. Don't do that on the chair because what Kwame said is wrong. A force wa pedal falsehood and I make us say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in the said statement never said say onye yes gracia da okay he never says so the obetna ha and we the assemblyman and we the MP and Yankasi will need those positions. But what you said is that he took this sort of amount in 2013 and amebwa you were specific and now you hold you
deny
and I may say you hold you to prove what say when the bank account to say last month your man 35,000. What sort of argument is this? And you want people to take you serious?
But the second part
Obi, let me tell you this. Your man is gracia.
Yes.
On any illegal means. What you say? Now Ora Kufuado betina kunwa so kra se Ghana ayeden no. Oye ya senka ne yire ni eligible wo mi ayire. Yen for mon card 71 of his with this one.
Eno nye Akufuado.
Wo de meba
recommendation.
Ne pen so wo de meba when the power committee no when the power na power.
Oh, is that the argument?
Yes, that is the argument. So in the heat na Ghana for komumpo no. President ne dadwene hu say committee na wa power no. Na hu be hia senka etua antibekika.
President ne dadwene
oh.
And a committee
no ne dadwene hu no power committee na mra no ma ne kwan so wompa. And a committee no de tumi no mo no. Ade o manfa paper na metu nanim wa hu o mu ansanka ekoje credence. Don't go there. Ohun ni senka no ne yire oda na chi. Pilo bia e bia ba ko ne bedo mo ntem. Senka ntua ne kanka ho. Na ye ntua Alhaji Bawumia Samiriaka. Iwie na se rematu so kra ka ho na nka atua.
Sa recommendation no. Na wo say ye tua bi ma.
O dia meba. And I'm say di onu mponya sa ni suade hu no ka sa asem. You think that is fine. Di na Ghana for ya bitter. Nya me ma melody na de obeje hu na medwen.
Okay.
But me di any say what make allegation, no be Charlie eto da ntina mo say eto da na ya no ya kakra no. Because o sua de na wo tim na wo kasa na mpie ya. That is the fact.
But obetimi atoni.
No, but usua enu tin ye kwa class ko sua de no. Na wo say why law na ye fro na okeka 7 nsem hunu we ya. Okoye 11.
Nyabotre na what na sometimes with emotions they take you over the better part of it.
Tina, Obi, let me tell you something.
You have a point. Make your argument.
Yes,
Obi. The other leg of the debate, they say.
I get it.
In the John Mahama statement about Tobo, the statement from the office of the former president occur in the concluding paragraph say, we want to reiterate the point made by President Mahama recently at a next NDC government will run an administration with a leaner government and far less ministers than Ghana has ever seen, and ensure a cut in waste and exercise of frugality in everything government does. The NDC is also committed to the implementation of a review of the 1992 Constitution, which should, among others, place a cap on the number of Supreme Court justices and face the issues of Article 71 head on. Ekosiisen argument says, yes. If he has this intention,
I understand.
He should show leadership now by rejecting ex gratia.
Obi, let me tell you something. Omukushia, your party lawyers,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And Oku make this comment. Already, don't forget, there was some great people in this country, personalities, the likes of Professor Kwaku Azamoah, always Omokasafa Article 71 office holders. Your neutral minds are make arguments about it. Because in the heat of COVID, you say a public servant and a civil servant, and you say no you to neketri 4%. What am I say? Now the obetness Article 71 office holders, you call review or more and you're increasing maybe 70%.
Oh yeah, example and as I
can't say a real.
No, but that was not it.
What the assembly maker? Now you're saying. It
was around 10%.
What the meba. What the menfanisi bia ya riaba. Yes, COVID is sikeni o mainum. Inti Ghana juma yefo aketri afi.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Ya jatuma juma yefo ajatum ya nkanhwe. Yeah, that's sorry ya. Oh yes, Article 71 office holders there. Ibi ebeto omu dem 30%. The ordinary Ghanaian na onoji for no. Na kuma anyo and we are a political party. You taking matters into consideration. It is obika soba na practices are extra large government na ure kufu ado ye no. And na aswa for first time we 120 no. Uni kroma na Alaji Baomi ane na nado catch us here tisika so oman yin ohia man and was ye jebesia ansia ye Ghana ye. But within their 6 years they've borrowed over 273 billion. Obi utie me pa. It is obi abeye former president da. Na waba ne na amanfo ka omo haw. No se me ba na meye hu bibia. O se oni the locals because ono S Gracia no krojibi. What sort of argument is this?
But is that not a question?
What question? Any a question of law and
a legitimate question to ask.
What question?
What you seek to come and change?
Obi. Me ba me
ya de. You stop benefiting from saying now.
Let me tell you something. Omo passi 11 no. E dey no Ura Mahama kan.
Okay, then catch me.
You call your program Crossroad no.
Yeah.
Okay, say oba 11. Wonim de Ghana for den e kan fa ho. Oba obi ye fi me
the next NDC
say your law
would cancel it.
Your law but okay. E kwese for what you said the okay kan ni na ye mra e ba take we know. Say ye mra wan kan say oba ya no akoya announcement was regular. If you want to lead your people, the form for no kano eno na wo se uti. Ghana for do na kasa say your constitution e wo say yen sacha ewom. Titro ni article 71 office holders. No biaka wo say ono no ye tua ne S Gracia ye man entitlement constitution e demand for now am running a repeal into only the locals to talk about it. What sort of argument is this?
But wouldn't it have been more powerful?
Obi, wouldn't it? Me say
I am announcing today.
Let me tell you something.
So it gives credibility to the promise.
Obi, let me tell you something. In what? Let me tell you something. Wabesum Ghana.
Okay.
As at now, Ghana mra. Ewo kwanye obi besum na okwa edija ne kwanye.
That's true.
Enti senhye ye biba. Na etumre wo ho nugu na ensachaye ba. Eno ne ekọ by law. Ana meboa. Emra na se obi Kofi ase ni sei ene enyema no as a former president, as a former minister ne ade. Ena Ghana for complain bitterly.
94.7.
Na hwe nipa nim de fo kogina mo anim kan lawyers. Over 150 lawyers anim no kogina kan sa asem no. Wonim se Ghana ni wiase nyina tie no. Enti wona wo so what credibility no. Ene ye ne ne. Obi wetima say That is the problem now. Say what you are saying, say yeah, any locus. Or no need locus to talk about because so good. And I make us say a constitutional provision. A man can say it was so man as soon as an so be free. That is the law of the country. We have former president or man in the best shower because so be everything we security near the adin no man in the ball.
President or tesono ya tuna ketuema I won so what the no.
That is it. That is it. In the president no tesono pa one can say wo twam. What am I say?
That president
very good. And I may say, oh no, wabo me feet and do quantity the Ghana for can. And at the way can say the Ghana for can ye, me bad ye may ye. Na enuntino, Obi couldn't throw the attorneys to say, or no cry corner in 2013, ye man it 14 million. Uye na yasiko pruvia, osiko ADB na kobisa. ADB no kwa de osuma him krona na de osampano. What is this?
The war Jora Eshiem. And
be etoda, obi credibility matters. You see, let me tell you something. Mama can't say
network.
Me okwa bank, me wo fidelity. Okwa me uti, me wo fidelity. Okwa etim bisa say branch be me boa.
Oh yes, sure.
Inti, what are you talking about? Master Jade munya, you see, Eko, you are a friend, me ba. You know, I respect you. I respect you too. Yes, and the certain arguments are. Men person will fall within that category. Say me no be those things. That one for you, I can't.
Eric, my men say, mintie honorable. Now fe yemra me any other business. Sorry.
Obi, quickly just to end with that discussion. Me pacho, you know already and one is Sunday. I didn't already say free. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama office.
Oh, ne special aid. Joyce Bawa Mokhtari.
Na say some am you also benefited from. Say end of service benefit.
Sure, na say as 4 people or more the office of the former president also on mine to Wonka a part of the conditions.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
And the 4 workers now
yes.
no more adwuma ni na omo just ade we nyina.
Absolutely.
And ono one ne nkrofo ntimi nka say okay based on principle. Based on principle. Entino sasika ye be ye judge. Right? Untimi nye.
Dabi.
Ana minua Erika JT he ka chere me say His Excellency His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo mum a otini baby a won kan hwe nhye mu no onu mum na mbe declare say onyanji bio na bacho papa na dru so oje na esgasha na
papa ben
bacho His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo
no.
So what's the point? No, so what's the point? Obi, what's the point? What's the point? Sure, I was struck by the last paragraph of statement now, you know, that the next NDC government, which is very unlikely, say Omoba, they are going to practice a very lean government.
Yes.
They are going to ensure, say, the waste in the system,
yes,
a supposed waste in the system, will be no more. Is it the NDC talking?
Sure.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Joyce Mokhtari Bawa and Ekosiisen way. Wow. Obi. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Eka corruption asemi. Onwa. Obi. Onwa.
Honorable me patron.
Hey, Obi, sisi ana mu asa ye refi asemi. That is strange. Share in 2014. I had just completed my national service. In fact, I was the president of the national service persons across the country. Our office was lodged at the offices of the National Service Secretariat. Almost a year after, at that time, I handed over. This country was hit with the biggest corruption scandal ever in that small institution, which is the National Service. Millions of Ghana cedis that was siphoned into people's account. A cartel of corrupt agents from district to regions to national level, whereby agents of government Ghana Sika to the extent that we've never seen some in this country. The NSS scandal.
But there were prosecutions.
Absolutely, and you saw the confessions that came. When him say BNI was able to retrieve most of, because I was working there, the BNI was able to retrieve a substantial amount of that money. Obekaya, there was a Daily Graphic publication,
Asempa FM,
front page,
94.7
in 2015. Ghana being hit with the biggest scandal in national service. And they quoted about 80 million Ghana cedis. That money now, Daily Graphic reported, a substantial amount of money was retrieved from agents of government at that time. They confessed themselves. All these things happened at the time His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was President of the Republic, having the Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, who was the Deputy Education Minister, having supervising role at the National Service. All these things happened under them. The waste in the system. See who His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Memoda. Then we can take some of these things serious.
But my point is that the test of how strong your institutions are is that it will not take away crime or corruption in its entirety. But at least a bit bad, the system will respond by prosecuting, and that's what they did. No?
Obi. Obi. If you say you are going to clear waste in the system, okay? Obi making sure that there is a leaner government. Why? A good father and prosecute and go for
Asempa FM 94.7.
Have we or have we not? I am trying to make the point to say it is under their government that we had one of the biggest scandals also in this country with JIDA, an agency that I am now a board member to. That is why we saw all these scandals under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Why? His persona, and you were talking about even institutions. The man himself, his persona is so much shrouded with corruption to the extent that even international agencies sometimes fingers him in corruption scandal.
When?
Airbus scandal. As if you were not in this country.
No, but his name was not mentioned.
You can say that. I mean, Obi, Obi, you can say that.
No, but his name was not mentioned.
Oh, Obi, you can say that. Why? Why? Was his brother's name mentioned?
Say again?
Was his brother's name mentioned?
Yeah, but nobody has put out his brother's name.
Who read the narrative now? What did you see?
You tell me.
The narrative was clear that the brother had an influential person in government who they suspect. I mean, you read some of these things came out. And you say Airbus scandal and another one I say Obi. And I am convinced. And the Airbus scandal and I am convinced.
I don't know.
Obi. Well, the Ghanaian people can judge better. It is my opinion that the Airbus scandal fingered no other person than His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who has no integrity or whatsoever.
But
to now come to this table to come and... Well, I'm just saying that...
But you don't express your opinions by maligning people.
Obi, I am just saying that...
People. And when your opinion... you are going into the realms of defamation.
Obi Tibi could deep on it. In the absence of direct evidence.
Yes. Circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence. Absolutely. Sorry. You can put pieces of ropes together to make a thread. In the statement, and after the report that all of us read, I could only put these pieces of ropes together to these pieces of thread. I could only put pieces of thread together to make a rope.
You are not a court of law.
I am not, but I'm just saying that I'm court of law.
But you don't make opinions which malign the integrity of people. It's not done. That's defamation.
Obi, I am just saying that the report that you read, there was somebody's name that was mentioned.
We use code names.
Code names. Okay, that's okay. And the code names, if you read the document into its entirety, there can only be a logical conclusion as to who
the person is.
Absolutely.
In your opinion.
In my opinion. So I'm just saying, apart from saying institutions, were corrupt, he himself and his persona was also questionable when it comes to corruption. Why? The first guy were in this country, when the contractor said, no, we need contract under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency J.A. Mills. But tender he was not getting some. It took somebody who took him to the vice president at that time, which is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and he started getting contracts. This is not me saying this. Kanazu is saying. Kanazu na eka unyame. And one can as way ebeka say okoman Ford ansana papa ne sha say nya contract. What are you telling me? Apart from the fact that your institutions were corrupt, you yourself was also corrupt. So I don't see the author of principle that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebese obeka governance whereby you have to eschew waste and corruption. No, I don't see him. Because a day na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or wa ye hu bi da and as a debe bio pan or deba asomampanyini. What is it? From assemblyman, from to deputy minister to vice president to president. What again? That you have not seen.
One more hint, Kakra. In his statement, no.
That.
Or say he would put together probably the leanest government ever in our history.
Is it? Obi.
Or say he will cut waste.
Obi. Okay. Right. When the power crisis started.
Yes.
This was a man who promised and promised and promised and promised heaven and earth. At the point he had to even say, I promise not to promise again. Is that the man you are saying I should take his word serious?
But I say he will place a cap on the number of Supreme Court.
Forget about his word, because I don't take John Mohammed's word serious. I don't take it. No, because when he told the people of Ghana that I promise not to promise again, because no promise here the Ghana for in Shamwa, what do you try, my figure, you knew. And when you even mount a political platform, one can say, no, I catch Ghana for say, I promise not to promise again. This is a man you are telling me that I should take his word serious. He doesn't have that credibility. And I'm saying, say, on any day, my whole video be, I say the West House at the end day, it is becoming Westest. Even quote unquote, the Westest performance of the MPP government, John Dramani Mahama, comes nowhere close. Because why? We were in this country when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama became president. A dear bay pan or yet my Ghana for me who say sebi papa ye ba memua onimye. What? Even when Ghana was not hit with exogenous factors that were external, Ghana na ye need any problem. Unya COVID, unya Russia, unya she. I've seen a statement from Russia, the IMF director, saying, say, and yet COVID, and yet Russia, and Ghana, any problem. In fact, what she said, who was the fact that it is not because Ghana is implementing bad policies. No, it is because every nation on this earth, one way or the other, has been hit with the impact of COVID, and also Russia and Ukraine. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, one year hit by any external factor, was not able to put our lights on. Today, we have been hit by COVID. We have been hit by Russia, Ukraine. We still have our lights on. Kind courtesy, the competent Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and Matthew Opoku Prempeh. Napo. We have our lights on. We had at that time a minister who had to throw his hands in despair, who promised that after 1 year, Mentimi and Sovia resign. At the point he had to even indeed resign because they were incompetent. What are they bringing on board again?
Eko.
What is it?
Mamenase.
Mate.
And I'll come and then we wrap up. We've done 39 minutes after 6. I'll do any other business. 5 minutes each. But before that, my life insurance company limited, my way insurance abba. Now my way now offers you up to 15,500 cover plus critical illness and hospitalization benefits. Enjoy life insurance while saving your money on my way. Just dial *165# on your MTN and follow the prompt to register now. For help on how to register, call our customer service line. That's on 0242 439 999. Senya my way. kase no way neat chocolate drink and me buy neat chocolate drink say na ete a made in Ghana product yeah free zones enclave e whatever neat confectionaries limited and the pan kwala pempenyi pe ohwe ho aye say taste of Ghana neat chocolate drink taste of Ghana, and the reason is simple. It's made from Ghana's finest premium cocoa and aye weigh 250 ml bottle and you wore 180 ml tetra packs and also say na ete unya be the goods with shimu ana wana was saying but more than a baby and let's all consume made in Ghana baby a ton provisions for Ghana heavy obenya biato malls Melcom game ShopRite Petrol Mart ubenya bi ewo ho etimi ato o pedudu today Stephen Amwako number 0244371818 Gladys Amwa 0501518883 na onso pebi eto alande ene Ghana Pay a app very solid. You download it with Google Play Store and as App Store. Now I register. You register by dialing *707#. And then you register visit any branch of your selected bank. Neko activate your wallet. No, unya activate your wallet and you ma ubetimi di aye bebre sa app no. Ubetimi in fact a mobile service app shenenso. Mobile money service app I mean. Ubetimi ascend there, that's where receive sika at zero transaction fees, with material bills, with matter airtime, with matter data, with matter transfers through bank account to about mobile money account name and vice versa. It's amazing. In Bombardina download the CCR, Oko Google Play Store, App Store, Ghana Pay app, and then register solid. On Ghana Pay, no transaction be free. What you pay is just your e-levy. Ghana Pay, or say your money, your way. Eric Ajay, any other business? I'm sorry.
Earlier 94.7.
We are now they count here 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mekacha will say earlier submission. Say sir eni sankasa na omokane in 2015-2016. Say yemfangu ura mahama ho fi no on say ekoba ye no ana otoni enu nti na meka say efi ne ko no o kan ba akunye beka du o kan pim beka pim du na eko eka airbus issue obi which portion of the said reports ena indict ura mahama ewo ye ko kan so anso ho no betray a law and a circumstantial evidence. Now, circumstantial no, there he be now can.
Obi, I could the contextual.
No, circumstantial evidence. It's not about your opinion. Obi, yes, because the argument so sin argument say, no, they can see a near, and I'm say circumstantial evidence is not about your opinion. But you can meet you. I was here. O say, okay, can you see any now drinking what I say? And the thing is not about opinion. So you're wrong. Don't go there. Ya may say you betray low, you be argument. But unim. That is it. Obi, whereby circumstantial na no ye ne bem no.
Asempa FM 94.7.
You know, nti eto da metra de say nipa ni Professor Kwaku Azamutie o. Nti wo kasa sa obe confused because you are a member of parliament. Yes. It don't do that legal argument no kra. Asemo aba ne ye kan wo de kan wasem na ko obi. On the issue of corruption. And then you have the locus to talk of corruption in this country. And because you think say Ghana for say be dodo na adwen adwuma. Obi abanya wo ba ugina niema bi so na bontoa eno nti no wura Mahama statement ni nyina wo mu no wo se ye practice family and friends meboa wo ba e wase ne wo mpana dada mu nyina ya appointees in your government
yeah sure kasa
there be so only oba wo na wanware na your mpana dada
o kasa for
okay sebe they are appointees in your government Madam Virginia Hesimo who doesn't know adododi e wa ba mu nyina wabusuamfo ne wase mo ne deda no who doesn't know terminal 3 credit free shop na efe wo mo de ama wo ba why and you have the guts so obi so be practice abanya e be ye ketuwese e chen dodo wura na wo ye na wo si oni the locus obi a oba ya wo yi first ministers nkwa 120 akwadwofo nkwa ye hwehwe. No, what was the outcome of it? Tell me. President Mahama, how many ministers? Or were the locals to talk about it? ABM, you are talking of corruption. Obi, namudi emu nimnyam aban bonia yaria ba COVID-19 yaria ekunipa. Monko kra ho aduro kra mra no mo tichobo. Sputnik V. Obi tie mi pa o.
Asempa FM.
Yaria ekunipa. Mon credrum rani en won Ghana na ho nche no mampani fa akira na oshi amia me krom ni adwuma manu na o se fire cat ne to so ene
you are also moving in
now when our appoint adwuma manu let me go me say no defamation me say Obi you were so quiet for my brother here.
I told him about
Nanado na suma na se koto nuro bra fire cat ne to so ene person like Adwuma Manu Sabi
he mentioned former president name in relation to a report. You were not happy.
Obi no parliamentary committee antenaso why na hu dey see
but it did not come out from that setting say president Kati Obi so fact
yeah pon na why your argument no listeners no so let me proceed with this.
Eric J you don't say
that let me
talk.
Me say Sputnik V Yariaba na nado sma health minister hwe kro no na omo boy wo and you have the guts to talk of corruption yari ekum nipa mo di chobo eto so ene Adwuma Manu to court as a star witness etia to force ne nsuo be ye mama cap obu afa so that in this country Obi we are in a country wa unu amanasa zuria uni obi a ye man appointment e o PPA na nado adam for ba kwa ageni mbo atenje na account balance ye 53 Ghana cedis enu 1 million can it tizika ene 100 Ghana Obi obetna office almost 2 to 3 years can it is over 50 billion and these crooks in government they have the locus Obi these crooks no Obi I was so Obi okasanamete o ye mesa mama ni me nua no jai
na say enye eniji ase
ensema no okafo owura mahama ho no okasanamete na me yo
na me ba mu no 21
be say they na obobo mahama di okasanamete yo okay they are crooks
Eric J
okay connection my for sorry this connection mind for in government they have the locus to talk of corruption so obi ni ho akwanya so worker Obi ye ni kroman ye da sorry Alhaji Bawumia former Methodist church member brigade say no so a brigade ni wo ye say ye ni PDS akwa apam omo di sika be sha anya amahodin mu wo da oni Bawumi oni Samiri akoda sorry ya what change financial guarantee na ye fake insurance guarantee Debio Vice President Uchenyi financial guarantee a fake insurance guarantee company numpo ya hwehwe omo ne ehu omo and you have the guts to talk of corruption.
Be mindful of some of the things you are saying.
They should sue me. Nyem multimedia. Me Eric J na me come say. Me say. Under
honorable meba.
Under the Millennium Compact Agreement.
Nyabotre. I always give you time to talk. And I think the only time I may bem some of the choice of words I will use. Be minded. You're on public radio.
Obi no kasa information center.
But I question him. Why are you?
Someone who can. I was so quiet, Obi.
But I
know the threshold.
The ones are not enya. I question him.
And I'm say. Na Obi ye bana ubu say kosa. Yes so sad ni edwuma nti na Obi say kosa. Eti make kasa ni friade no na eba.
Yeah, but trouble.
Why
kasa ni bi why in the heat of the moment the bar enye.
Why na enim say? At the end of the day na your cost financial guarantee ni insurance ni Bawumia na ye why na enim. Enye be fact e ba bonte yesi Alhaji Bawumia e na tena ne ma ni nyina so ametodwa na enye fake insurance guarantee say a whole economist vice president di o mayanim na koye agreement maya wo say agreement na insurance guarantee na wo de ta adene to na e fake company no kura ni oya hu no
why the time
Obi ebiem aban we betena konwa so first ade hete mo catch for seat uko human penny agise otua ho tight Nyame na mbeka yo kwame e plus money nkofo mbeka me nua bugina po money de omode foforo mo so this government a working evidence of corruption and you and obi ka keta se shene proyasema Osi Owura Mahama na obi go Ghana for no. Omadwen ye adwuma mo mutie no.
Asempa FM 94.7.
Before 2016, 2013, 2014, 2016. Mo kan de chen we. Obi o man kan de chen we. Mo ba de na maye. Enne keta se hye ne proye in your government. A chen social intervention. Ye ni na mo ka kire ye se asigi mo ko kire nipa mo kwan ye be fa so bo hia ni asesa no. Kwesika yira wo. Case na Ekosiisen. Office na haji de wono nyawa. Asigi mo case na Ekosiisen. Say ye ko training nipa street light bo hia on be sesa no. Obi sika ye di training nipa ba ko etimi to bob 1000. Aden mo we bob. And you have the guts talking of corruption in this country. Obi, entina me koka groups I want to say connection my phone. Because omo ye kate obia, me say omo ye kate obia. O pe omo pass and now pe omo equals e Africa na say we ase Sri Lanka for no. Once I go Sri Lanka, one family and the collapse economy no. Because president and new finance minister, they said your tears so high. Ni road minister, they say am wakwata. Ni nuane chief of staff. Babusiano ko achiri me ma yenko ye me family and friends ne. Enti dia me chira woni say one family is collapsing our economy today. And you are telling us say yenya kasa. Obi me dem aka eba ne corruption debater ene nsem bia mo be kan for Owura Mahama ho ne de. We are ever ready to meet you squarely. Me dem anu si form no. IMF o se ma me na kasa say ma me ne say enye den. I say enye
wrong policies of the government. The Russia, Ukraine, and
common sense. Me meti we sisi obi we financial institution. Unim se me ho akire me.
Yes.
Me ba be pebesian wo ho. O man move for crash that kasa say amamu bone ne nhihye bone na ame yakobe bia yakui. Ena nipa na akwaji sika no wo no hama na di o so mfa so no. Aba abontin se oh there the promo for canin no free. Na ye Russian Ukraine COVID na ha ban no because or kama wo waba na ochina no ne mfa so wom enti kasa be na uzuzu se nka ma me ne be ka se COVID sika no na mo de no wa che didi aka wokruma Dabi obi me ba uzuzu se na ma me ne be ka se
me da se
$100 million na wo so de to sanitizer any nose mask du na ne de ayi na apam no kobi ne na apam no o ka se ma me ne be ka ho asem o ka de be mo ba ne ho abeje besia so don't sit here and say IMF for say na SMP downgrade no mo de ba ya na mo issue statement no eno so
Eric J na
Moody's ne Fitch report no
let us say honorable Ekosiisen that say for 5 minutes any other business near
Obi my main try na me respond to one or two things okay especially with respect to the last commentary no me new Eric am say on shadante sa ensem no Miniano to the me attack you Miniano but the commentary say the IMF director 777 no can you know and yeah what is supposed to be the reality if I should interpret it that way Obi wrong policies e won sun so say oh yeah aban na say the wo ye no wonim de wo ye mpa e won sunsa so anuntina when we did not have any external shock from 2013-2016 Obi our lives were off and no a wrong policy and that's a wrong policies that led us because Obi see you need solid policies our lives cannot be on at this time Obi bia na refi that time na woni ha e ka me ya kakra de nenso so multimedia can attest the amount of fuel that they used to buy before they can power the station. That is wrong policies. That cannot be external shocks because this government external shocks, COVID-19 impact, Russia-Ukraine impact. Yet we still have our lights on. That is correct policies. That is correct policies. That cannot be wrong policies. And I think I cannot agree with the IMF director the more because yes, when who say the right policies are and we would have seen much worse things that we are seeing today. Yes, it is obvious.
that prices of food stock and other things are rising. Price of fuel are rising. But Obi, it was wrong policies that led us to a point whereby as a nation, we couldn't pay teacher training allowances. Because we have right policies, even amidst the COVID-19 impact and Russia-Ukraine impact. Ghana is paying teacher training allowances. We are paying nursing training allowances. Why? The wrong policies during the NDC era, whereby gas was in a shortage. And that's who could test gas into. Why? Obi, wrong policies exposed you. It was wrong policies that exposed you, Obi. Say, right policies are. And at that time, fuel. There were times in this country, Obi, unim, utimi ko deal answer on your fuel. Obi, the men, yes, sir. Obi, I remember. I remember. At the time, I'm could lie. That time I'm free. UTV. Oh, hold on. Me free UTV. People were queuing for fuel.
Now for UTV,
yeah, sure. If I was industrial area side, I had to go and queue before I could get. Oh, now, but why? Obi, are you saying there hasn't been a single time in this country whereby there have been shortage of gas? I go for gas.
What's the fuel? What the petrol? Gas now.
Oh, gas. You're correct. Oh, the gas. You're correct. Then let's stay there. The right policies. The right policies is now making us know that indeed you can be hit externally from outside, but Obi, you have your policy still intact. The point I'm trying to make is say, yes, as of mine, we cannot close our eyes to the difficulties and the challenges of the Ghanaian people. We cannot close our eyes to the fact that indeed all is not well. But we know, say MPP Aban have shown that indeed we can always turn things around. Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani, or spend for so. Minim what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Obabaye. So man, minim what he's going to do new.
Not just a NDC manifesto for 2021 can be.
And it's medical culture say, even in the Westest, quote and unquote, administration of an MPP government, there cannot be anything new that will come from the NDC. It will just be rhetoric. Because what? Because why? Uni external shocks biano. What was your fundamentals? Why, Obi, since 1992, we saw the worst economic growth under the NDC government, 3.7. We have not seen that before. Oh, Nyabotre. We was saying that time, boom here buy, and 3.7 for the first time since 1992. That was where you led the economic growth for us as a nation. Yeah, about 2017. The Oforiata now Momoka say, only a Dongo Moka say, the Oforiata cannot revive the economy. It was the same Oforiata who led the economic management team to make sure say we revive the economy from 3.7 to about 7% on average pre-COVID. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Okay. When it comes to inflation, Obi, before 2019. Should be an inflation will the core at as low as 7% because there are external shocks. That is the point we are trying to tell you. That is what we are trying to tell you. Obi, so the point I'm trying to make is say all is not well. Okay. I will use this opportunity. Nama Shagana phone crime. That Emma His Excellency Nana Danko Kufadumono. Because we have shown that indeed, given the opportunity, we can turn this nation around.
Mate. Honorable Ekosiisen Tasifua and Ayatin in Kane. Earlier, yet, oh yeah, and I say account. Earlier, yet Eric Ejay and